Hi guys and girls, Gallifrey Forever 97 here. Well, today's video, we're going to be retrospecting on my weekend in London. Talking about my time at the BFI for the Planet of the Daleks special screening with 5 points around sound, updated special effects, which is in celebration for the season 10 collection box set release in a couple weeks time. But also going to talk about the Sunday as well. Went to a few different locations which have been used in Doctor Who throughout the years, and briefly talk about the Quiz of Rassilon. More about that later on. So I got to BFI on Saturday about an hour before. It's a great thing to do because you can kind of catch up with everybody before the screening starts. It's quite funny to see as it nearer gets to the time of the screening, the BFI just gets loaded up with Doctor Who fans. So even though it's great to obviously see Doctor Who on the big screen, like a classic episode, it's just great to see everybody again and catch up after a few months, because usually about 3 or 4 months in between each screening. Before I sat down, I managed to pick up the sort of official leaflet which goes through the screening, the episodes. It's a nice thing to have to read before the screening starts. Now with this one, it's a bit different structure wise because the ones that have been before have usually been an hour and a half or 4-part stories, but this was 6. So it started off with the first 3 episodes shown, then there was a 10-minute break, and then the 3 episodes were shown after that. So what are my thoughts on Planet of the Daleks as a story? I really like it. It's up there with one of my favourite kind of Dalek stories. It's got some really great characters in it. It's very ambitious, even though with the kind of like space it has. You got the Supreme Dalek, which when he comes into the last episode, yeah, some really kind of like iconic moments.
You have failed! The Supreme Council does not accept failure!
You get some really great moments with the Doctor and Jo, where they're both split up and the Doctor thinks Jo's dead for a few episodes. It's a shame they didn't kind of tack them all on that. It's great to see that great relationship kind of blossom more. But it's Doctor Who giving a go at an epic scale story, and it does pull it off, I think. What's great about watching a crowd of like Doctor Who fans is certain, I'd say, cringy moments or stuff that aren't intentionally funny I kind of picked up on, and people sort of start laughing. For example, there's Jo and this other Fowl character, and he really likes her, and he offers to take her back to Sky, and he's like, "Oh Doctor, may I have your permission?" all this stuff. And just little things like that are quite cheesy, but it is quite funny with a crowd. So this story had 5 points around sound, which you hear each little detail. The jungle is really immersive. I love that. I'm so pleased they're doing all the stories like that for season 23. Rob Ritchie has done the updated special effects for this story, and there wasn't that many. It was used very carefully and for the right moments. I think it was really used greatly. There's kind of more at the beginning and the end, and there's not that much in the middle, but I think the moments they chose were great. I don't really want to say until you've kind of seen the story, because it's quite a nice surprise to kind of see what's been done. But the shots they've chosen to update with special effects help to aid the ambitious idea of having this big scale story. So after the episodes were screened, we got mini previews for 3 of the new documentaries that are going to be on the season 10 box set. So the first one was Behind the Sofa for the 3 Doctors, which has a lineup of Katie Manning, John Levine and Richard Franklin, another sofa with the series 11 writers, and Phil Collins, who was a producer back on the Rusty Davis era. We've also got to look at the Katie Manning documentary about the Green Death with her husband, and he got some brilliant stuff with them driving around in Bessie. He can't quite get into gear, some of it, so it kind of starts with all these cars going around. And the other was a Matthew Stewart one about the 3rd Doctor, and it's interviews with like Stephen Moffat, Mark Gatiss, and just like a kind of retrospect look on that era of Doctor Who. It's quite funny actually, because I feel like they keep outdoing themselves, because when I saw that on Saturday, I was thinking, my god, I think these are the best kind of ones they've done for the collection so far, like the behind the scenes stuff. And then I saw the season 23 trailer yesterday, and it was like, oh my god, I think they've outdone themselves again. But I'm really, really excited to watch them in full, the previews we got at the screening. I think we're in for a real treat if you love the era especially. Of Doctor Who. I think there's going to be some real treats on there. Because they didn't have time at the beginning, they usually do a kind of competition quiz where they ask questions on that season. They had no one to give out the prizes, and Katie Manning volunteered. She said she couldn't see because she didn't have her glasses on. So she was sort of going around being like, oh, where's everybody? It was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, that was really fun, seeing everybody answer the questions. And the last one was quite funny because no one got it right, and there was all different answers. And I thought, if one of these things you think, oh, is anybody going to get the answer? But no, bless her, fair play to her. Like, she did a great job sort of going around and giving everybody prizes and taking the questions, etc. Before a Q&A with Katie Manning, Justin Johnson did a few announcements. But for my surprise, he shouted out my trailer, which I did for the Planet Daleks BFI screen specifically. I'll put a link at the end for you to watch it. But he got my name wrong, bless. He's like, oh, Gallifrey 57, and I was sat next to him, and I was like a bit like, what the hell? And then I was like, stand up. So I kind of like leaned up. I didn't stand up because I don't know, like, it was a bit kind of like, oh. The agent's giving so much praise at it. He said he really enjoyed it. He said he thought it would make the story look better than it was. And I forgot Katie Manning has seen it because I think I might have tagged her in the tweet when I sort of posted the video. But I thought she said, I haven't seen it on Twitter or something. And I said, oh, I'll tweet it to you. And she went, no, I've seen it. And I was like, oh, amazing, thank you. So that was like so surreal. Like, I love doing like the trailers and I love seeing people's comments. But for someone to shout it out to like the whole cinema audience and also to see Katie Manning seen it, honestly, it was like, wow, just wow. So thank you to Justin, the presenter, for finding it and shouting it out. Honestly, so much appreciation for it. And then to round the screening off, we had a great Q&A with Katie Manning, and she honestly broke the kind of format of a Q&A. Like, I think it became like a stand-up comedian thing. I've seen her do Q&A stuff before, like the DVD extras, but honestly, to see it from my own eyes, it was just absolutely hilarious. Like, she described the Daleks as like old pensioners trying to go around, like trying to follow each other. She did all the impressions. She elevated it, like standing up and sort of going around the stage. She's such a lovely woman. She has so much time for the fans as well. Like, I didn't meet her after the screening, but the people I spoke to had kind of waited to see her afterwards. She had time for everyone. She was so lovely and happy. Like, if you ever get to meet her at a convention, definitely do. After the screening, it was just pretty much a catch up and drinking session, really. Where I was, like, everybody was there that I knew. Again, it's nice to talk about the screening. A lot of people come to me and talk about the shout out, and I was like, I know, wow. Philip came along afterwards, Philip Hawkins, who I've done a few videos with. And topped the day off, a load of us went to Pizza Express to get some food after all the alcohol had been consumed, kind of soak it all up a bit. Which leads me on to the Sunday, which was a really nice chilled day. So the reason I stayed on, because usually I'd probably go back to where I live, but because they had the Quiz of Rassilon on the Sunday evening, I really wanted to go to that. I went to one previously before, which was Series 4, which was in April. So I had a whole day to kind of do what I wanted. So I met up with Adam Ultimate Whovian, and we met up in Leicester Square where they actually had the Toy Story 4 premiere. So I didn't see any Building the Stars, but I did see the red carpet being set up, and there was a huge amount of queue of people waiting to go in to kind of be there up besides the red carpet. The only exposure I could have had to that was the Series 11 premiere, but because that was pre-bought ticket, as you kind of know, you can get in. I did kind of typical tourist stuff. I passed National Gallery just to kind of soak up the Day of the Doctor vibes. I went to Film Planet. I didn't buy anything because there wasn't nothing there that I wanted. But once we left Film Planet, me and I went to London Bridge, which was really surreal to kind of see that. And I kind of walked around a corner and there it was. It's recently just been featured in Spider-Man Far From Home. So it was really cool seeing that film in a couple weeks' time going like, oh, I was there on that bridge. But near London Bridge is where they filmed Resurrection of the Daleks. I have so much nostalgia for that kind of story because one of the first classic stories I saw. And obviously you got the kind of horrific opening scene where people are running out onto that street and then the policemen come out. It was really surreal seeing that location in real life, having kind of so much nostalgic memory for watching that as a child. I remember the obviously story quite well now, but I remember at the time like that particular scene kind of stuck with me for quite a while. To see that in a physical location was very trippy. Crossed over the bridge and went past the Tower of London. That was cool, walking past it and seeing the scale of it. I didn't quite like realise how much of a big scale it was till I got there. And then we popped over just to cram another thing in to the old BBC studios. Well, I know they use it for some stuff now. I think it's actually flats for BBC employees. Walking up to it, I literally just stopped, I think, and just kind of went, whoa, just to take it in. Of course, there's a lot of stuff with Adventure in Space and Time. Like, I was just seeing all these kind of like photo shoot things from over the years. The first time I remember seeing it actually when I was a kid was from Doctor Who Confidential for the Blink one, where it was like David Tennant and Stephen Moffat walking around being like, oh, this is where they filmed this in this studio, and they kind of did this whole kind of tour. But being there and seeing it and seeing the fountain and just looking up and you got the whole kind of massive beautiful sight, it was just so like pleasing as a fan. So after doing location stuff and visiting all these great Doctor Who sites that are physical locations in London, went to the Quiz of Rassilon, which was a Series 5 special with bonus rounds for the War Games and Paradise Towers. The quiz was hosted by Beth, Oh My Stars on Twitter, and also the host of the Galactic Yo-Yo podcast, and I think they did a stellar job. Really great stuff. There's a guy who usually does it regularly, but I think he was away, but they did a great job co-hosting. So the Quiz of Rassilon is a pub in London. Once a month, usually kind of in the middle, it's a Doctor Who quiz, and loads of Doctor Who fans are there. There's also people who went this time that hadn't been before, so that was great to see some faces I knew. Like I was sat next to Dominic, who does all the great Doctor Who cosplays. It's quite funny because we were both saying like, oh, like the War Games and Paradise Towers, we were like, right, we'll see you after the next round, because I can't offer any sort of support. But we did come third place overall, our team, which was fantastic. But yeah, it's my second time going, and I loved the first time because I heard so many great things about it. But it's just a really lovely sight to see, because, you know, with Twitter and sort of Doctor Who at the minute, it's a very fickle thing. I feel like so much negativity for the show at the minute is like pushed to the forefront. Negativity videos on YouTube especially kind of really are the most popular stuff on the platform. But what was just great there is it was just a really nice safe space. Everybody was having a great time. Doctor Who fans having so much fun, talking about the show and having such a great interactive experience. Honestly, it's a real nice sight to see. But if you're in that London area, I highly recommend to check out. They do have a Facebook page and Twitter, all that stuff. If you just type in Quiz of Rassilon. Yeah, if you're in the area and you're free on that Sunday night, I highly recommend going. Thank you for watching today's Retrospect. It was great to kind of do a whole thing on that weekend. For the previous BFI events, I've actually done any videos on because I kind of felt I could just say it in a tweet. But with this one, I kind of wanted to talk about that and my kind of whole weekend. Talking about that. So yeah, if you're at the BFI screen, I hope you had an amazing time, and also at the Quiz of Rassilon as well. Did you go to any of the events? Let me know in the comment section below. It was great catching up with everybody there, like so many amazing people I've met through this fandom. There are different people at the different events, so it's nice to kind of see everybody from this great fandom. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, links, that stuff in the description below. What's your favourite story or new documentaries that are coming with the season 10 Blu-ray box set? Let me know. I'll be doing an unboxing video when it arrives. And also any video suggestions like tributes, trailers, reviews, anything you want to see from this channel, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!